Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. It is Monday. Hope everybody had a blessed weekend. It was definitely nice here. So I hope everybody was able to get out this weekend and enjoy a little bit. So we are in a series right now of keys to changing your life and trying to make a better life, right? Because that's what we all want. And this morning I want to talk about habits. We all have habits. We have good ones and we have bad ones. So for the good ones, you're going to want to keep them, right? Because good habits just really create the kind of lifestyle that you want. But for the habits that aren't so good, these are the ones that we're going to want to take a look at, and we're going to try to make some changes. Usually they're pretty slow. Our habits are so natural that we just do them automatically. So you're going to have to think about it consciously, right? And you may have to write it down. I've had to do this. I've had to write it down and talk to others about it and kind of get an idea of how I could change my habits. That way I could create a healthier life for myself. And so the first one is thinking habits. I think this is probably the most important one, right? Is the way that you think, because the way we think turns into how we behave, and our behaviors is just how we live life. That's how the world sees us, and that's how we see ourselves. So change your thinking habits, change how you think about situations. And I understand that there are always situations that come up that we don't necessarily like. And it can be very difficult to think about these situations in a positive way, just simply because we're not really taught to do that. And so this is something that I personally have had to change. And believe me, I've been through plenty of situations that aren't necessarily what I like, but in the end, I've been able to look at those situations and start thinking about how it groomed me to become a better person, right? So most likely there was something in my life that I was doing that worked up to that situation, whatever it may be, and that all stemmed from how I was thinking about life in itself, thinking about myself and thinking about others. And what I had to do is I had to think about whatever it was that happened and think about the positive that I could possibly get out of it. You know, what is it? Why did this happen? All right. Why is this situation happening to me? And what is it that I am able to get out of this that is going to help me become a better person in the long run? So this was a thinking pattern that I was stuck in. I was always thinking about things negatively if I didn't like it, which is really normal. All right, I'm not saying it's an abnormal thing. These are things that we are taught from a very young age. You know, you drive down the road and somebody cuts you off. The first thing in most of our minds is, wow, that guy's a real jerk. Okay. And honestly, we don't know what that guy is going through. And maybe it's a sign that we ourselves are needing to slow down and to really notice things that are going on around us, okay? Or say maybe you break up with a girlfriend or a boyfriend. And yes, I know that sucks. I've had plenty of it happen to me. But in the long run, it may be better for us. And this is a better way to think about it is, okay, so I was in this relationship with this person and now we broke up. All right, so let's look at the things that have led up to this breakup, whether it was them or yourself or both of you combined. But this really gives you an opportunity to better yourself, to become a better person for those that are around you, and to work on self-improvement. All right, so this is a thinking pattern in your mind. And like I said, majority of the time, we're going to see that situation as being very negative. And, you know, why did this happen to me? I don't deserve this. And I'm not saying that you do deserve it. Sometimes things just happen. You don't deserve it. But in the end, if you really look at it, it may be positive, because you may have been in a relationship that was actually very negative. and it was actually bringing you down. So this newfound life and being single could actually be helpful for you yourself, and could help you have more time for yourself to do self-improvement. So it's all about the situations that we come across are all about how you think about it. And that really determines what you're going to do next. If you think negative about a situation, then more than likely you're going to get a negative result. But if you're able to look at a situation that may seem negative on the outside and to everyone else, but if you're able to look at it in a positive way, then you're going to be able to turn that negative situation into a positive, and you're going to be able to live a better life in the end. So as we go through the day, maybe kind of keep this in mind, change how you're thinking about a situation. If something does happen that you don't quite like, maybe stop when you get a chance, stop and think about it, and think about the positive that you may be able to get out of it. And in the end, you may find that this really changes how you view circumstances that you come across, and you may get a more positive outcome if you think about it in a more positive way, because that's kind of just how it works. All right, so think about those thinking habits first. It's just what we're kind of talking about today. Thinking habits, change them, try to change them. It'll take work. You have to really think about it, and you have to put some serious work into changing your thinking habits. But in the end, it will be just so positive, and you'll notice as time goes on, your mind will be able to understand situations in a different way, and it'll create new habits, and it'll just be far more positive. You may find yourself in a less down situation majority of the time. All right, so think about this today as the day goes on, as this week we're rolling through. Change those thinking habits, or at least try to really keep it in your mind to think about things in a positive sense and not in a negative way. If you guys like this video, I don't know if you've watched any of the others, but if you like this one, go hit that subscribe button right there, okay? Because I'm making videos Monday through Friday. Like and share with others. Y'all have a blessed day.